Good morning, everyone. We're very happy to have you here with us. And today I'm very excited to host a very good friend of mine and a very special person, Tariq Nassar. Tarek is an architect and an urban planner, and he is the founder of and director of Sinsila Community Center, which he will tell us very broadly about. Tarek, I'm very happy to have you here. I'm very excited for this
Really,
conversation.
I'm really happy to be with you as well, Anat. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you for coming. You have a lot of things to tell us. So please tell us about yourself and about the amazing things that you're doing.
Uh, uh, I'm from Jerusalem. I was born, raised inside the old city, to be honest, as well. And I think a little bit I was like nerdy in order to get my degrees. So I got a bachelor, and then I did two master's degree in architecture and urban planning with sustainability issues. And I was focusing in urban planning and sustainability. So yeah, I came back like 11 years ago from Germany, and I have been doing a lot in Jerusalem in general and outside Jerusalem as well, like focusing on urban planning. I work as a freelance for community public participation on planning in East Jerusalem, which is very tough topic with the municipality and with other bodies as well. And 5 or 6 years ago, I started to, with a friend of mine from Muslala NGO, to establish something called Sinsilela now, which is a model that heal urban environments of cities, especially with areas missing planning and has a lot of informalities and missing, let's say, basic things inside the city. So yeah, Sinsila, it's really like working on healing those areas by adding layers, either horizontal or vertical, but you add those layers with the different community sectors. So students, women, elderly women, youth at risk, so different community sector, kindergartens, but you add this layer with different tools, let's say.
So
So it's a
Sinsila basically is a community center, and you're doing community work about the public sphere. What kind of work do you do with them? What is this layer that you're talking about?
It's really, I think Sinsila, it's not really a community center by definition. It's a laboratory, let's say, that we try to find local sustainable solutions to solve real problems that exist within urban areas, especially in Arab sector, let's say, in Israel and in East Jerusalem in particular, to be honest, which is East Jerusalem has a lot of political dimensions, so it's much harder to do rather than do it in Arab Israeli cities inside 1948 line. I'm sorry, what was the question for
Oh,
again?
so you answered the question, but you kind of gave it for me for another one because you said you're looking for solutions for problems. So if you can give us examples for solutions to a problem or to problems that you found.
For example, in Arab urban areas, we're missing planning for decades, let's say, master planning and different levels of planning. So the consequences of missing such a important thing, let's say, we have lack of public open spaces, lack of public buildings, lack of areas designated for even public usages, let's say. So, and at the same time, we have this kind of informal urban dance in those neighborhoods, especially in East Jerusalem. So the solution on the long term, it's really like a classical urban planning, like Tikhnun, which is you need to demolish and rebuild areas in order really to solve those issues, which is a very long term
And
solution.
expensive.
It's very expensive, and beside the political challenges that exist with land ownership, especially in Arab sector in general, not just in East Jerusalem, and all over Israel, we have a problem of land ownership in Arab sector, which is called tapo for the land. And so there is no investors or Yazam will come and do binui binui to build and rebuild areas if there is no proper land registration. So in the short and medium long-term interventions that the idea of Sinsala came, okay, we're missing public open spaces. Maybe we can apply the topic of the approach of placemaking, which is started in New York a couple of decades ago, like finding those neglected spaces in the neighborhoods and turning into a public place, which is full of life, revitalizing those spaces. So this is a layer you add on the ground within the neighborhoods, placemaking. So you can do it with different communities, and you find those
Can you maybe just say a word about what is placemaking if people don't know what it is?
Placemaking, it's by our definition, like it's an international thing that started in New York, as I said before.